Welcome to another exciting episode of Firepit Conversations. I am one of your co-hosts, Aaron,
And I'm your other co-host, Ronnie.
and we welcome you to the pit. So, Ronnie,
Welcome.
first, what did you bring to the pit?
Well, Aaron, I thought I would keep it nice and springy because the weather is so beautiful. So I have some Tito's vodka and some Caribbean Sunset juice. It's like this Caribbean kind of filled with like different kind of fruit blends through Tropicana. It's super good. I'm so excited to have it. Yes. What about you? What you bring to the pit?
I brought a dirty Arnold Palmer
Ooh.
using my wonderful sweet tea whiskey from the good people at Firefly Distillery.
Ooh, Aaron, that sounds so. It just sounds light and refreshing and
It
good.
is. It's a dirty Arnold Palmer, so I'm gonna call it Tiger Woods.
Oh, okay, dirty.
That's what we doing. We doing it dirty today.
Yeah,
So with
man.
that, with the check-in with the drink. So what's been up with you, brother? What's new with you on this fine weather day?
Oh man. So what has been up with me? Well, I have exciting news, and I feel like the podcast actually kind of brought it together.
Uh-huh.
I got an email last week
Okay.
that my student loans were forgiven in
Go ahead
total.
with your bad self.
In total. And so we talked about this, I believe, season one, um, about my student loans not being forgiven. And look at God forgiven. Won't he do it?
Oh, he do it all the time, but he forgave your loads.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I'm so happy about it, y'all. Listen, 150,000 forgiven. Thank you. If you need help, hit us up on Instagram or on TikTok. I can help you through the process. It is through the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Act, so the PSLF. If you got questions, I might can help you as much as I can. That's all I can do. But I'm excited. Besides that, internship is going great. Graduation is less than a month away. I'm super
That's
excited, super stoked. But that's it for
mhm,
me. What about
mhm.
you?
Just been training people in Dunwoody, working. I'm getting ready to travel up to old Charleston,
Come on to the Charlie O.
coming to the Charlie O for a
That's
couple
exciting.
days, work related.
But you know we got to have some fun while you here.
This is a business trip, Roddy. I'm being very professional from 8 to 4.
From 8 to 4, which is perfect because happy hours tend to start at 4 o'clock.
Yes, exactly. So that's it. Nothing new. I finished painting the room. I put up my projector in here. I got me a super duper deluxe man cave.
Right. And I would know this because I was
Because
just there with y'all last weekend.
mm-hmm.
And we had a good time, did we or did we not?
We did. We tried that gut busters. It
Gut
busted our gut.
busters. Uh-huh. Um, but I think it's perfect that we talked about this, me coming down this weekend, because I think it's a perfect segue into our topic for the day. And I think that there's a lot of people
That
in
want to
the
know.
adoptee community, the adoptee world, the adoptee spaces who can truly attest to, agree with, and give us an amen for the topic that we're about to talk about tonight.
Well.
Well. So we're getting ready to talk about conflict between the adoptee and the birth family. And y'all, before we get started,
Before we get started, give them the disclaimer, please. I hope you're doing that.
first and foremost, if you have not already done so, please make sure that you have your drink.
And this is an and episode. Something to smoke. Drink and smoke. If you don't smoke, double shots.
Double shots, and come sit at the fire pit. Because, like we said, we are talking about conflict between the adoptee and the birth family. And the disclaimer,
This is a disclaimer for you fucks.
This is the disclaimer for anyone listening, anyone not listening, anyone who hears a snippet of it. This is a story of our experiences.
And if you
I,
want to share your experience, no matter who you might be, you are welcome to message us in any way, shape, or form. And we might invite you onto the pit so you can tell your side. But for now,
this
this
is
is our
us.
story. Okay.
This is our story. Like we say in the intro, this is how my story and his story became our story. So this is our story. This is not a dig at anybody. This is not a way of offending or intentionally hurting people. But here are the facts.
Hmm.
Anything that we say, we have the receipts and motherfucking invoices to back it up.
And we stand on it. 10 toes down.
10 toes down. So I say that to say, this is our experience.
And if you
And
don't want to listen, skip
this is
this
your time.
episode.
This is your perfect opportunity to bow out gracefully. It's the perfect opportunity. But until then, we about to talk about what we've experienced. And again, like I said, I know that other adoptees can be in the amen corner. Other adoptees can, attest to and confirm and agree with what we've experienced, or similar to. And I'm sure that there are those who are outside of the adoptee community, whether you've adopted someone or not, or you're a family member of someone who has been adopted, you may have your own story too. And we welcome all those stories here at the Fire Pit. But right now, this is about us and ours. Okay?
Amen. The end.
The end. So we're gonna dive right into the conflicts, right? And here's the thing when it comes to conflicts, we want to be very neutral because conflicts can happen not just with the birth mother, not just with the birth father. The conflicts can happen with
Anybody.
anybody, people who are married to the birth parents, children of the birth parents, grandparents of the adoptee, or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna just start with my first conflict, and then Aaron, I'm gonna let you go next. All right, that's
Let's go.
okay.
Yeah, that's good with me. Let's which one we gonna start with?
I'm gonna start with the conflict with the birth mother, Anne.
Anne. Okay, let's
I'm
start
gonna start with Anne.
with
I'll get on Sonny
in a
later,
little bit.
but we're
But
gonna talk about Anne.
let's go ahead. Let's start it. Ready, action.
And so here's my issue with Anne. I feel like Anne is the type of person who you just have to ask the right question. You can't just like say, for example, hey, how's the weather? And I feel like Anne would answer, oh, it's okay. It's okay. However, it could be raining. It could be cloudy. It could be some hail. Unless you specifically ask Anne, hey, is it raining? Anne is going to answer, it's okay. Now, if you say, is it raining? If you ask, hey, is it raining? Anne will answer, yes, it is raining. But if you don't ask, is it raining? Or specifically, is it snowing? Is there hail outside? Is it cloudy? Is there an overcast? If you're not very specific with your question, you will get an answer that could kind of be the truth, but not really. And that's problematic for me. So I'm going to keep it a buck with everybody. When I first communicated with Anne via social media, in my opinion, and again, I have the facts. If
We
anyone
got
wants to
received.
question, I have the receipts. When I asked about my siblings, Anne was very specific with saying that she had 3. And when I then asked Anne, were any of them placed for adoption? Anne said no, and that it was a loaded question. And then it wasn't until then that she then said, I raised 3 and placed another up for adoption, which would mean when she said that I had 3, that was inaccurate.
Correct.
I had 4 from her specifically. And so for me, it's like I should not have to ask you about the one that was adopted, and then you tell me it was a loaded question when in all actuality, you placed 2 children up for adoption.
So technically, you had 5 children.
You had 5. And instead of keeping it a buck and a bean and keeping it real with people, you want like literally the biggest issue I have with it, Aaron, is that if I hadn't connected with you, there was always a
Right.
possibility that I would not have ever connected with you because the gatekeeper of this information was not 100% honest. Didn't necessarily lie. Like, do I have 3
Was
siblings?
it four? We'll say fourth telling. We'll just say it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's the
You
best
know what
way
I'm
to
saying? Like, do I have 3 siblings from her that she raised? Absolutely. But did she put yet another child up for adoption? 100%. And for me, that causes conflict because I don't know you. We share this genetic connection. You made this
Mhm.
decision on what, you know, what
And we
what will
ain't
be
judging you
happening.
on that.
You say it again?
And we ain't judging her on that.
Yeah, it's no judgment there. I don't care about what happened 30 plus years ago. That's not a problem for me. My issue is you just weren't transparent and honest. And so had I not connected with Aaron, had I not asked Ann the right question, I may have never connected with Aaron. And what is even more awful is that we share the same birth mother and birth father. So this is not just any old regular, degular, smegular kind of sibling. This
Right.
is a full-blooded 1 year, 4 months, and 4 days younger than me sibling
Right.
that
Right.
that she just had connected with a year beforehand. So again, this isn't to make her seem like a bad person. It's for all of those people out there who have chosen adoption for their birth child. When you reconnect with that child, be upfront, be honest, be transparent, and don't send people around loops and hoops to jump through and run through to try to get a right answer. Just be honest because the truth of the matter is, unlike a lot of us, and I can only speak for me, but I grew up with a mom that I absolutely loved. And while my mom has her issues, and we've talked about and dealt with those
Right.
issues concerning this adoption,
Right.
I have had 30 plus years to build a relationship with her where she has been able to invest in our relationship bank account and withdraw from the relationship bank account. However, with Anne, I feel like we started the beginning in the negative and then you continue to withdraw from it. So, for all of those people who chose adoption for their birth child, just be open, honest, and transparent. Keep it real. Don't have us asking more questions than we should have to ask.
100% agree with you.
That's it.
We just want the truth, dog.
That's it. And we can only get those truths from you.
That's it.
So that's one of my conflicts. But Aaron, go ahead.
I mean, so my conflict, I think a lot of people know my conflict with this lady. And I'm gonna grab the mic. But I think my main problem with Ann is just how we started off with the it looks like we're related. And ever since that it's like she hasn't bounced back.
Mhm.
I don't know if I haven't let her or I
Mm.
don't feel like there was enough effort put in. But
Mm.
at the end of the day, like you should know now. We've talked about it on several episodes, and you listen to the episodes. Let's just be honest. If it mattered to you, you would have said, "Hey, Aaron, I apologize how I first came off." That's it. And maybe we could start a new leaf after that. But you haven't even done that, and it's been well over a year, 2, 3 years. Like that's my main problem with her.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I guess, like you say, I mean, the best way to put it, with the not being forthcoming.
Yeah.
Honesty big, man. Like, and if you can't be honest with us, and we not even asking you no tough questions. We never said, hey, no, maybe we did ask her if there were little, were they dibble dabble and gumbo, and I think we did, but I don't want to go into that because
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But that was probably the toughest question we asked her.
But the beginning questions just there was a lack of transparency,
Mm-hmm.
um, and a lack of honesty. And I think that that's where people have to realize, like, if we do not know each other, this like if I'm trying to
Right.
date somebody, if I'm trying to date somebody and I find out you lying on the first date, why would I want to continue more dates with you? I
Oh,
don't, because I don't know you, so I don't have a relationship with you. And then furthermore, the what I do know about you is that you're not honest.
right. So I mean, that's you says, like if you dating somebody and you're supposed to be 100% authentic with that person, maybe that's who she is.
And that's and that and the
So
hard part about it is that that is the visual. That's the picture that
yeah, that she
she's
painted for
painted for
herself.
us.
Right.
She had for me, Aaron. I can't speak for you, but I had a clean slate with her. I ain't had no beef, no problems. Aaron, what about you? Coming into it, getting connected with, did you have a
Open
negative
mind.
portrait image of her? Did you have issues
No,
with
it was
her?
I never it was never being resentful towards her, if that's what you mean. Like I was
Yeah.
never like even finding out, like, meeting Martina and all that, like I was cool. Like when she was like, I'm gonna make not you don't really even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that serious. Like if once you told her, hey, I found a brother, she should be wanting to be the person to be like, oh my gosh,
Oh my
it
gosh, let
might
me
be.
tell you what happened.
It might be him. Oh, can you please give him my contact information?
I'm
Can you
not sure
please?
which one it is because it's two.
Right. So that's right. Exactly. So and then that was so that was my big thing. Then I feel like that time between, like even before you took yours, it was like, and life was kind of getting back to normal. I mean, like Martina said, I woke up in the morning like there's another one. It's a fucking another one, Martina. How many more?
Right.
But so with that, it was like during that period before you took yours and we found out that there was another one. Um, it was just like life goes on for everybody. I wouldn't say
Right.
that. Like Martina and I we would talk all the time.
Mhm.
I mean, we talk. Like I said, she sent me a birthday gift, the first within 6 months of us connecting. She was like,
Mhm.
hey, do you mind if I send you a birthday? Not at all.
Because you've shown yourself to be someone who's transparent, unbiased,
Right,
honest,
right, exactly.
forthcoming.
Mhm. Oh, I was honest with her. Hey, do you smoke? Hey, that's my line. Like, hey, how you doing? Do you smoke?
Do you smoke?
Oh,
Do you
you
got a
don't?
problem
That's
with
okay.
me smoking? You know.
Yeah, because once you say you don't, I'm like, oh, they must have a good ass job where they can't. But anyways, yeah, with Martina, and so it was different. Like I was saying, that year in between us meeting, finding out about you, and then when you came on, I was like, the fuck. Why didn't she say something? I knew, but like I said, I knew that I had one because of my mother
Right.
telling me. But it could have been information she volunteered. Like, because if, like you say, if you wouldn't have took an ancestry test, we would have never found each other. Because
Ex-
she wouldn't have volunteered that information. Like, is there another one? She would have probably been like, no,
Right.
I don't think so. Or something like that. Like, that you gave somebody up for adoption.
You know, or maybe and can we give the benefit of doubt? The truth of
What's
the
the
matter
benefit
is,
of the doubt? I want to hear this shit, Ronnie. Go
here's the
ahead.
truth of the matter, and this is the thing that keeps me like the most calmest with Anne. I do understand that Anne made a very, very tough, traumatic decision back to back at a very young age. And so I do think that anyone, this is not just about Anne, I think that anybody who has experienced trauma, a lot of times they get stuck in that age. And so you got to
So what
think,
age she stuck in, Ronnie? Because it happened 2 years. So she stuck at the
but
first
but it
trauma,
really a
or
year.
okay. So, but I'm saying, at what age will you because like you said, pointed out to me, she was pregnant with you at 15.
Right.
So then she got pregnant with me right at what, 16, 17?
16.
Okay. So at what age are you saying that she got stuck in, 15 or 16?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I mean, I'm cool with giving that pass that she's stuck in the age, but it's like this was fucking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You
It
didn't
was,
you
but
didn't
also
develop any like you didn't develop to 21 at least by then.
because I
Like
think that some people it's one of those memories that they kind of block out in their mind. And so this is not giving a pass, but this is my empathy, right? I
I
am
do have
empath-
empathy towards her. I
yeah.
do. Because
We're
I mean,
empathizing with the 16-year-old or the 17-year,
I
15
don't
and
look
16
at
year
it
old.
like that. I empathize with her because it must be a lot. Like for you to bury something and then it to just arise from the dirt and the ashes again. Like that probably is a lot. So that's
Right.
my only empathy.
Right.
But and I'm like, you know what? If you would have just came out and said, "Hey, you know what? This is a fucking lot, dog. This is a lot." Um, yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm glad you're doing okay. Just give me some time.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to you when I feel ready.
Right.
But I encourage you to, at least keep trying. Like, give me a chance. Something like that, but something on
Yeah.
the lines of that. Then it would have been okay.
Right.
But
But
you
again, it goes back to the lack of honesty, the lack of transparency. And I just think that's something that when you have
and don't possess it. Just say it, Ronnie. You ain't got to sugarcoat. This is our podcast. We ain't got to sugarcoat shit.
no,
You
I'm not
don't.
sugarcoating. I just think it's one of those things that if you have not done the work, if you have not acknowledged your trauma and then been actively doing the work to heal that trauma, then this is where you're stuck at. You get what I'm
I,
saying?
and I agree with you.
And so again, I think Anne may feel otherwise. I think that she may not feel as though she's stuck. But I'm telling you, Anne, if you're listening, there is some that is it was a traumatic experience and there is some work that needs to be done. And until you won't be able to be forthcoming, open, honest, and transparent with us until you are forthcoming, open, honest, and transparent with yourself and heal that inner child. Because there's a 15-year-old in there that is traumatized.
Right.
And you got to heal that until you before you can be 50 something and trying to build relationships with adult men.
Right.
That's it.
I second that. I think that was a nice way to put it, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I
And
couldn't say it better myself.
thank you. And so moving on from Anne, when we get to Sonny,
Hmm.
Aaron, you're twirling the mic. Does that
Yeah,
tell me you
let's
want to
talk
go?
about Sunday. Yeah, man, let's
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Let's go ahead. It's only
Go
fair.
ahead.
It is only fair because I don't want people to feel like that we just jumping down one person's side. I mean, so we're gonna take this back to July 4th.
I feel like take it anywhere where you feel like the conflict arised or the the catalyst for the conflict.
I think so. The conflict started, I think, was when we were in it was July 4th weekend. And yeah, our surprise came up there.
Hmm.
Ronnie had expected all of them. And so we get up there and we're all kicking it on July 4th. I think we went a few places, and I guess me, Ronnie, April, and Tony would be in one car, but I mean there's four of them too.
Right.
The
Right.
four of them, four of us. So we got 8 people total. We
Hmm.
got 2 cars.
Hmm.
And I guess they thought we were cliquish, and I think that's where the disconnect started. Like they even were like, I mean, we invited our half brother along too,
Mm-hmm.
um,
And his,
several times.
and then his then uh,
Oh, I don't know.
fiance.
I ain't never invite her to ride with me because I didn't like her. But with him, we
Mm-hmm.
invited him places. You know, I think we tried to go to like we were going to Food Line or something like that, and we invited him. He didn't want to go. We went to Waffle House. He didn't want to go. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
"No, we'll go with him, man. He a grown ass man. I'm not gonna ask a grown ass man to go nowhere with me.
Mm-hmm.
If I say, hey, bro, you want to come? Nah, I don't want to come. Conversation dead.
But hold on, let's stick to, because I want us to get the siblings in a minute. But let's stick to birth
Okay,
father.
okay. The
Stick with
birth
birth
father.
father. Yeah.
Um, so the disconnects happened that same weekend. I feel like I think you said it best one time by saying like a grown man, you shouldn't let your wife dictate your relationship with your biological children.
And that's it. Say it again in case people need to hear it one more time.
You as a grown ass man
Grown ass.
shouldn't let
Shouldn't.
I was gonna be mean,
Don't
but
be
I'm gonna be
mean.
nice. But you shouldn't let anyone dictate your relationship with your biological kid at
Agree.
all. Like that shit should not be even okay.
Right. I agree. I
And
agree.
but you could tell by the whole weekend, like she wasn't had no good time. So I mean, we're talking about him, we gotta talk about her. Because she's the main reason for the disconnect.
See, I disagree, but go ahead. I want to hear your point.
I feel like he had to fake it to kick it sometimes. Like,
Okay.
I feel like she still wanted all the attention. Like we ain't even we're just trying to kick it. We having a regular ass conversation. We ain't talking about growing up, nothing like that. We just having regular basic ass conversation.
Right.
And I feel like I don't even think we even had the time to have conversation by ourselves with him, maybe once or twice, but like for the whole weekend. But the
Yeah.
whole time she was up there, straightening her wig and shit, and getting and fucking dictating the conversation.
But see, that's where so when I said I disagree with you, this is where I feel like at the end of the day, you're a grown man. You're not no little boy. You ain't no
Hmm.
adolescent. You ain't no child. You above 21 years old. You grown. And so can't nobody make you do something you don't want to do. Or
But
if
here's
you're
here.
afraid to do it, then you're afraid to do it. But that's not that other person's fault. That's on you.
Okay, so here's my thing. If we give her a pass of being at that age, why can't we give him a pass?
No, 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 no.
You know what I'm
We can
saying?
give
Like saying he's still at that, not a pass, but saying he's hasn't. Maybe I mean, he obviously. I don't give him that pass because we know he didn't grow up. I mean, have PTSD or anything from this. He was a
exactly.
fucking rabbit. That's what he
He didn't
was.
make those choices.
He
He didn't
did.
make
He
those
made bad
choices.
choices.
He was just out here fucking.
That's what
That's the
he
choice
was.
he made. He was out here fucking a lot of females and got a lot of people pregnant. Like he got
That's it.
multiple people pregnant. So my issue with him is that right
Knocking the
now,
boots.
as 50 something years old, you're allowing other people to dictate your relationships with your firstborn children. And for me, and I tell anybody, and I know I've said it on this podcast before, at 30 something years old, I've never had daddy issues because my dad is a phenomenal man. Bump father, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a great father. Don't get me wrong, great father. But my dad, to me, is the epitome of what a man should be, is how he should be. And I'm not comparing apples to oranges. What I'm saying is, my dad is the epitome of a man. And a man, in my opinion, doesn't allow other people to dictate his opinions, his emotions, and how he moves. And so when you then
What?
allow other people to dictate how you're going to move, what you're going to do, how you're going to be in a relationship with people, that's not a man to me. And so that's why I say my conflict with him has nothing to do with his wife. My conflict with him has everything to do with the man or lack thereof that he is.
Mm,
That
mm.
that's what it has to do with. Like, no, because listen, and this is a story, guy. Oh my God, my daddy hear this. I know my daddy don't listen to the podcast, so I ain't worried about that.
But now he gonna start listening. That we just skip over this episode. But go
Right.
ahead.
We're gonna skip this. But like when I was younger, I will never forget my dad used to take us to the bar with him. And if he took me and my nephew John, because we're 2 months apart, if he took us to the bar and the bar people said, "Hey, they can't come in here," because we was 9 years old, my dad would be like, "Oh, if my kid's not welcome here, I'm not coming." And then we would go to the bar with him, to the bar that would let us come. And they would say, "Hey, y'all can't sit at the bar, but it's, 3 or 4 o'clock. Ain't nobody else in here. Y'all can sit at the table over there. We're gonna make y'all some Shirley Temples. Well, my dad over here and have his drink at the bar." My dad wasn't an alcoholic, but my dad told us multiple times, anywhere that my kids ain't welcome to go, I'm not going there because those are my kids. Again,
Right.
but that's me. That's my example of the man that I saw in my life. And so anytime, can't nobody tell my dad where his kids can't go. Oh, his kids can't go, he not gonna be there. And I just feel like Sonny is different. Sonny, like, oh, my kids can't come. Okay, well, I'll come back later when they go to sleep. And that's something I just can't get behind.
Yeah, and he was a Rolling Stone. I don't think we can get past that too. He.
And he was a
So
Rolling
I mean,
Stone.
so that's why I was. If you were to say, well, we maybe could say he was young age, but he just continued the path. He was just fucking, fucking, and fucking. That's it. Back to back to back.
Back to back.
Like I get it,
And now
but
you have this opportunity to be a part of your adult birth children's lives, and you let somebody else who is not genetically connected to you, never will be, can divorce you tomorrow and never talk to you again and will never have a genetic connection with you. You allow them to dictate it. And it just shows me the character that you have as a man. And I'm just not with it, for me personally.
I'm right with you, brother.
But then to keep on him, my other issue with him is his communication. Because see,
Mhm.
parents who have decided to place your children for adoption, or even if you didn't decide it, but the decision was made for you, at the end of the day, if you are going to be back in communication with your birth first, whatever you want to call them, children,
Consistent.
your communication should be consistent, but it should also be positive. And so for me, Sonny and I were having conversations daily almost, if not every day, every other day, whether it was on the phone, text message, Facebook message, whatever the case may be. We were constantly having messages. After 4th of July, it was only on the holidays. And what I won't be is somebody's option. I am the priority in whatever relationship it is. And so I'm not going to be someone where you can only text me on Christmas, Merry Christmas, on Easter, Happy Easter, and on my birthday, Happy Birthday. I don't want to be one of those people that you go down your list just to say, oh, let me make sure I say, Happy Thanksgiving to this person. If that's all you got to do, if that's all you have, especially when that wasn't what you had before, if that's all you got, keep it. I don't want to be just one person or one more person on your text message list. You can keep that.
I hear you, brother.
It's just not the thing for me. You can keep that.
Keep it.
Keep it. It's not that serious to me. Again, I think for me, I can't speak for any other adoptee in the world, but what I can say is this: I don't know these birth parents. I respect them because of the decision that they made. I appreciate them for the decision that they made. They chose adoption, or she chose, he didn't have a say so, no matter whatever that
Yeah.
drama
At
is,
this
was
point, who
beyond
gives a
me.
fuck?
Who cares? But I appreciate that. My issue with birth or first parents, whatever you want to call them, my issue isn't how y'all acted back in the 80s. It's how you're acting now. It is what you're doing now. It's the decisions you're making now. It's the moves that you're making now. And so that's my issue. That's where I feel like conflict comes about. And so parents who have decided or, forced to place your child up for adoption, be open, be honest, be transparent, be consistent, and be positive. If you are unable or unwilling to do those things, say that shit from the beginning.
Yeah, because I mean, even you sent me that thing on IG talking about I'm not your birth mother, I'm your mother. I'm like, no, that title is earned, not given too.
And the truth of the matter is, you signed that shit away.
Yeah, like you signed it away. Like you don't get no if you excuse me, if you get a baby up for adoption and it's your only child and you gave up for adoption, the Mother's Day come rolling around. You don't get no Mother's Day
You
shit.
don't get no Mother's Day.
What you talk about? We celebrating who you mother to? Your
You got a
dog?
puppy we don't know about?
Right. So, I mean, I think a lot of birth mothers and birth fathers, they want that privilege of being called dad, father, pops,
And it's
whatever
not
you
gonna
want
happen
to be
because you're not that to
called.
me.
No, you a pen pal, bro. Sis. That's all we are right now. We pen pals. And I'm not gonna call my
The-
pen pal my friend. That's why they got the title of pen pal.
Right. And so my thing is like, we're associates. We're
That's
associates.
it.
And we are trying to build a friendship, but the way you move lets me know how this is gonna work. If you're not moving the way I want you to move, then this is not gonna work. If you moving funny, this ain't gonna work.
I think we more of co-workers. Like you're working and I'm working towards this.
And we just happen to be working under the same umbrella.
We working at under the same umbrella, but you working to better your relation or should be working to better your relationship, and I'm working to allow you to do such things. We co-workers. Associates is still a strong word. We co-workers at this point. And I feel like that's where we is with both of them.
And I feel like that's where we're gonna have to be until they decide that one wants to be open, honest, transparent, and not sweep things under the rug, because I don't do that. I'm too grown for that. And the other one until they can grow a pair of balls and be the man that they need to be and be able to control their environment to where the relationships that they say that they want, that they're actually going after those relationships. Then I don't know exactly how to move any other way. I don't know how to progress. I don't know how to move forward any other way
Either
if
because
that's how y'all want to move.
I don't deal with those kind of people, so I don't even know how to maneuver around them.
I don't know how to do
I
that.
just,
Like,
I
this is
just
what it's gonna be.
yeah, yeah. I don't have people like that in my life. And so I don't want them either. So when I have people like that, it's just like I don't know how to deal with it other than, oh, I don't need this person in my life.
It's it's so funny you say that, Aaron, because legit, that's exactly what I told Sonny. That's exactly. I told Sonny, I said, I don't have friends who only message me on holidays. Those people are not my friends. They're not people I consider friends. They're not people I call friends. They're not my friend. So I said that I wanted us to establish a friendship because you can't be my dad because I already got one of those. You
Right.
can't be my dad because I don't know you. So the
Right.
only thing we can do is establish a friendship. And if you're unwilling or unable to do that, cool. I get it. But to only communicate with me on holidays, I don't have friends that I only talk to on holidays. That's just not even my friends that I talk to few and far between is more often than just on holidays.
Right.
So that's just
Right.
not my thing. So I'm with you.
100%. Yeah. But
And
now, so
yeah.
here's the question. Like, so with both of them, is there I guess you already kind of answered it by saying if one grows a pair and
Mhm.
then the other one stops lying, those are
Mhm.
two things that they can fix. And
Easily.
maybe and the relationship could actually become established, have a ground floor. I guess
I
what
think
you're
it
saying.
can have a potential to
It's
move
potential.
forward.
Yeah, I guess
Potential.
that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Potential.
Right now there's no potential because one does is not honest and the other one don't have no balls.
It,
So
it is married to someone
who
that
who some
doesn't want.
who has picked a partner who is not motivating or encouraging this person to have a positive relationship with his birth and first children, who don't have an issue with him creating that relationship. So
So I think so. What is he afraid of? Is he scared she's gonna like wig out or something?
I'm not certain what the man is afraid of
I,
because I don't know him like that. I
oh,
don't
okay. I
know.
don't know. Maybe she wigs out a lot or something.
This could be a possibility.
Okay.
But let's fast forward in our last few minutes. Let's talk about conflict Or in
No, yeah, let's talk about conflicts with siblings. I'm on the right juice
yeah,
today.
yeah, let's talk. And when hold on, and I think that we got to give the disclaimer when we talk about conflict. I am not talking about a fight or even an argument. What I'm saying is
No.
the resistance to build, create, or maintain relationships because we are the adoptees that your parents chose adoption for versus
Right,
chose to raise you, but you
right.
choose to have relationship with that parent who was dishonest with you and
For
not have
for
relationship with the
decades.
one for
For
decades and not have
decades.
relationship with the siblings of yours who were innocent infants, newborns without a choice.
Right. So what side of the family you want to start? I mean, we could start with him since we started with her last
Yeah,
time.
let's start with
Let's
him.
start with him. Okay. So like you said, like conflicts with the siblings, it doesn't mean like verbal conflicts. It means we're not seeing eye to eye. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, and it goes back to, I guess, so with the and, the fourth going.
We was talking about Sonny. You
But
said okay.
I know I'm just using that, but with man, we came up with a name for the other one. So
Oh,
for his first born son that he kept,
yes. Okay.
um, I didn't like the line either. Like the posing, the faking, the cap. What did the kids say? Cap. That nigga is cap. So, once I see that, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about getting off the PJ, bro, and you just got off a fucking Frontier, dog. Like,
Ah.
come on, man. Like, come on. You ain't gotta fake it to kick it. And that's what I always say. But like, that was my first sign. Like, yo, he is on that bullshit. And then I guess he had a disorder.
Mm-hmm.
Roddy telling me not to talk about it, so I'm gonna skip that one. But anyways, that was him. That was my problem with him. I don't even know his sister. I ain't never spoke to her a day in my life. And
Mm-hmm.
then they got two, and then Sonny has two younger kids than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I am more willing to want to hang out with them and just, chop it up with them more than the older two.
So let me keep it a bean. The
Ooh, keep it a
youngest
bean
two,
because I couldn't. Go ahead.
the youngest two are literally the sweetest people. I have not experienced any negative or conflict or issues with them. No animosity, no issue, nothing but love and wanting to get to know their older brother, right? Their oldest, excuse me, the oldest brother. Never had no issue. As far as our brother on our birth father side, it's one of those things where the relationship started off strong, constant communication, talking, texting, talking, texting, texting, talking. And then over maybe like last year-ish, and this was way after 4th of July, so it had nothing to do with the 4th of July. I don't know if life started lifing. I don't have an excuse for it, but the communication started to dwindle and became inconsistent. But my issue with our sister on our birth father side is the same issue I have with some of the siblings on our birth mother side. You refuse to communicate with us.
Mm.
You say you don't want to, you say you're not going to, you just don't, whatever the case may be. You don't communicate with us, but you're in communication with the adults in your lives that lied to you or were not honest with you, who were not transparent with you. And me personally, I just don't get how that works. I don't, to me, that's just like the woman whose husband is cheating on her, but she's mad at the woman. The woman didn't take vows to you. That man took vows to you. So if you can live in the house with your father, if you can live in the house with your mother and you can communicate with them, how do you refuse to have a relationship with two innocent people? Like, again, this goes back to not having the balls. This goes back to not being an adult. Both of these people in which I'm speaking of specifically are both over the age of 24. They are not children. They are mid 20s, late 20s years old. And what they've decided to do is, oh, I don't want to speak to this person. I don't want to speak to that person. I'm not going to return messages, calls, texts to these two, but I'm going to stay in communication with my mother who was not honest with me growing up. I'm going to stay in contact with my father, although he doesn't have a relationship with his kid. I can't respect no man like that. I
Right.
can't respect no woman. And furthermore, then going back to the birth parents, how y'all let that shit happen?
Right.
How you so because this would be me. Hey, so this is my birth children. These are my birth kids. And I'm inviting them to Thanksgiving. If you're uncomfortable, you got 2-3 months to build your own relationship, but they coming. I done
Right.
missed
And
enough
guess what?
Thanksgivings.
You ain't got to be at Thanksgiving if you don't want them there, but they'll be there.
Yeah, I done missed enough Thanksgivings with them. I done missed
Right.
enough Christmases, birthdays, or whatever the case may be. I done missed enough with them. I'm going
Right.
to invite them.
And it's like, how are the younger kids more open to it than the said adults? And they the one who are victims too. I wouldn't call them victims, like, because I mean, I feel like they it's something they didn't know about. So now it's like, damn, they were deprived. Maybe they could have had two older brothers speak some, spit some knowledge to them and stuff
Right.
like that. No disrespect. They're raised by their mother, but like they could always use a male presence, like a voice of reason and a voice that could, speak to them, a male voice. So with that, like y'all deprived them of that. And it's all behind lies.
All
Lies
behind
and
lies.
deceit. Like that's what it is. I hate to say it, man. It's lies and deceit, bro. Because
And
I
that
feel
is the
like but
problem.
I feel like and deceited a lot of people.
Lots.
And Sonny just he need to grow the fuck up.
And to be
But
honest, Sonny might be hiding behind the deceit that Ann caused. That
right.
because we don't truly fully know, because you got two adults who are in their 50s who are unwilling, unable to, or whatever, to sit down and have a conversation. And then you have all of these children, because there are 9 of us total. You and I are the two full-blooded biological. We got 4 from him. We got 3 from her. Those 7 are outside of us that we know of.
That we know of.
And
Until more
so
secrets come to light. And ain't no telling.
ain't no telling. So I think to sum it all up, when it comes to building and maintaining a healthy relationship amongst the adoptee and the birth or first parents, I think what's important is transparency and honesty. And I think you as the parent who chose adoption or was forced adoption, whatever, you have to be willing to do the work on yourself first, to acknowledge the trauma that you may have endured, and then to be intentional with building that relationship. If you're unwilling
Well
or
said.
unable to do those things, say it from the beginning.
Right. Well said. I get you. I mean, yeah.
And,
Honestly.
and the siblings, be mad at your if you gonna not talk to us, not talk to your parents, and I'll be cool with that. If you like, I don't want nothing to do with this situation, I don't want nothing to do with this drama, I'm cool with
Right.
that. I have no beef, no problems, no issues, no quarrels about that. Cool, but don't be friending your parents and then not
Right.
communicate with us as if we did something wrong. Because
Right.
the truth of the matter is, and I'm not saying that we are victims. What I'm saying is, we were the people who didn't have a voice in this matter first.
First and foremost.
We didn't have that voice. We didn't say, when, put me up for adoption, when, and
I
then
don't want to live with her. I don't
I
want
don't
to
want to
live
live. I
with
don't know
him.
her. Like, we didn't do that. So
No.
if you're not gonna if you're gonna hold anybody accountable, hold your parent accountable.
Right. I agree with you, brother. You couldn't have said that any better. I agree. You got to. We got to hold each other accountable. If I am, becoming distant, ain't texting a lot, you better. I need you to say, hey man, you ain't text me in fucking 2 weeks. What's going on?
The
That's
fuck?
yeah. Like if you couldn't do that shit to me, and I can't do that shit to you. So I don't know, but what about Ann's kids?
I tied my two in.
Oh, okay.
My
Okay.
I tied my two in with the it's just one of those things like you cannot hold us more accountable than you hold your parent. And it's the
I
same
agree.
thing that go
I
for
think that was a good
his
way
and
to put
hers.
it. I think that was a great
Like
way to
just
put it.
don't. But what about you? Do you got any beef, issue, problem, conflict?
Nah, I don't have conflict. I love Martina. She's the best.
She is shout out Martina. Shout
I
out
think she
Martina
I think
for
she
holding it
gets a
down.
shout out every episode.
I think she does. And I think it's because you want to know why? It's because she is authentic,
Authentic.
transparent, she is
Mm-hmm.
honest,
Say
and
it
she
again.
holds everybody accountable.
That's it, boy. She one
And
of
that's
us.
it.
She is part of the clan.
Be the Martina in the world of adoptee.
B
That's it.
that's it. We gonna get some jewelry. I mean some shirts made that say that. B Martina
Be
of the
Martina
world.
of the be the Martina
Of
of the
the
world. That's
of the
it.
adoptive world.
That's it.
That is too good. Oh, okay, man. So this is the part that I like, you like, we all like.
Hmm.
What burned you up inside? So, Ronnie, we're gonna start with you, brother.
Okay, so I'm gonna try not to get us canceled.
You know what? This was a touchy episode. If we ain't get canceled so far, I think we good. But let's go ahead. Don't get us more like double canceled
Okay.
in one episode.
Okay, so my burn up.
Oh God, Jesus.
You know what? I'm gonna change my burn up. I because this was
No, no, no. You
no,
gotta
no.
keep it,
Go.
Ronnie.
Okay.
We gotta keep it. Remember, we
Okay.
gotta be. We're authentic here.
Okay. So my burn up was cultural appropriation. And what I mean by that is people who are trying to adopt or adapt to a culture that does not belong to them. And we see this a lot.
Mm.
We see this a lot. But
Okay,
the
go
one of
speak on it, Ronnie.
so one of the things that burns me up, and I've seen it this past week, one of the things that really, truly, honestly burns me up is seeing white people with locks.
Oh God, Ronnie. But I agree with you 1,000%, brother. Like I agree.
Your
But
hair naturally does not do that. And to be quite honest, it doesn't look good
it looks like a matted dog.
with the mange. So I just and here's the thing, I don't think there's a certain way, I don't think there's a certain way of acting black or acting white or acting Hispanic or Latinx or Asian. It's not that. It's like there are certain things that are distinct to certain cultures.
It's like the bob, like the bowl cut. Like you don't see niggas with a bowl cut. Like we shouldn't see y'all with locks.
And I just think like
That's
I
funny.
don't understand why you would even want them. Like I don't know what in your mind says that I'm not gonna I don't even know the process. So let me say I don't know the process. What I'm saying is authentically and naturally, that's not how it grows. To be quite honest with you, if we did not do very much to our hair, and depending on your
Right.
composition of
Ethnicity.
genetic
Yeah.
makeup,
Yeah.
for some of us, it is easy to get locks. Our locks lock and there's very little that we have to do. Some of us is not that easy, but just because of the genetic kind of mixing and mingling
Yes.
that's happened, I
Right.
just don't understand why there are and then specifically things that are then yet deemed inappropriate or unprofessional or unpopular for the cultures that it comes from. Y'all say that our lips is too big and our asses is too big and our locks is too thick, but yet you got other people who don't look like us, don't have the same genetic makeup as us, don't have the same qualities or textures or characteristics as us, but they can go get fillers for their ass, fillers for their lips, and naps in their hair, and it's okay for them. And ours is natural and it's not okay for us. I'm just it burns me up that as a society, we refuse to acknowledge that Black is beautiful and Black in and of itself is enough. And we should not have people trying to emulate or duplicate what is not naturally bestowed upon them. Do your thing and have at it and be blessed. And that's what burned me up. Aaron?
Ed, be blessed. I like that part. You had to say that after that because damn, Roddy,
I'm
we on the
sorry.
cusp right now.
I
But
know.
I
Aaron,
agree with
what
you.
burned you up?
Burn me up, man. What burned me up? Can can I make a change to the burn me up?
Okay.
Just this one time?
Okay.
Like burn me up in a good way? Like,
Okay. I
fire
love
was fire. Like,
it ignited you,
no,
it motivated you, encouraged you, it revved you up inside. I love
and it
that.
made me happy.
Okay.
Because I know they listen to the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. We listening.
I am excited that one of my best friends is having a baby.
I'm excited too. Bringing forth a new life into the world is absolutely
I
amazing.
think it's beautiful. I think they're going to be great parents. They're great people
Again,
already.
again.
Yeah, but it's going to be amazing. So that's what burned me up. It burned me up in a good way. Since you had that fiery ass one beforehand, I had to mellow it out a little bit.
Mellow it out, man. Mellow it out.
Mellow it out, but congratulations, Vin and Brooke. Brooke and Vin. Congratulations. But yeah,
Congrats.
that's what burned me up in a good way.
Mm.
Um, yeah.
I think it always feels good to share what burns me up, whether it's good or bad. Like it just feels nice to get that off your chest. It's that thing, that one thing that like resonates with you all week. It sticks with you, it stings with you. And then I love the fact that we can come together and actually communicate that and share it with the world. So I love that. So thank you for
Yeah,
sharing that,
I
Aaron.
do, man. I think like it's great, like we got to burn you up because we don't always have to. It doesn't always have to be something bad, even though it's most of the time some burns you up, and the first thing when you hear it, you like, damn, you know what? That fucking made me mad.
Mm-hmm.
But we also got stuff, that's happy going on in our life, and I don't want the listeners to think we just got negative shit around us all the time. But
Yeah.
we do got positive stuff. So with that, like. I'll make sure all the rest of my burns up are going to be something bad, but I just had to share that one thing.
Yeah, so congratulations, y'all. And thank y'all for listening to us today. We appreciate y'all. We loved y'all. We love having you at the fire pit. So until next time, make sure you have your drink
And for this episode and your smoke,
and come sit at the fire pit.